You know, even though they're two totally unrelated things, I did find it funny that the last season of BoJack Horseman just came out a few weeks ago, and Alison Brie was in that, and now she's in another Netflix project called Horse Girl. Two totally different things, but now they're just stuck in my head as being together. I don't know. Horse Girl stars Alison Brie as Sarah, an awkward woman with an affinity for horses and arts and crafts who mostly keeps to herself, though she repeatedly experiences these dreams of being in a room with a white light that feels just a bit too real. And as she goes through more of these dreams, she starts developing some theories as to what they mean, and they begin to affect her day-to-day life. With a title like Horse Girl and the fact that it stars comedian Alison Brie, it would be safe to assume that this would be some sort of oddball, quirky comedy. And that makes even more sense since this is being distributed by Netflix, who has been picking up on a lot more comedies than usual in recent years. Though while it's certainly quirky, it's definitely the total opposite of funny and is more of this surreal, restrained character drama. While this is far from Alison Brie's first serious role, this is the first time she's in the lead in a serious role, and she also produced and co-wrote the screenplay along with Jeff Baena, who has been known for independent comedies such as Life After Beth and The Little Hours. And while the two are certainly talented, I gotta say their first joint effort into helming some serious material like this did not stick the landing as well as it should have. So, let's discuss. This is my review of Horse Girl. This is mainly Alison Brie's movie, and she is great here. She is in literally just about every scene, and she really commits in each and every scene. The structure of this movie kind of reminded me of The Lighthouse in some ways, where Robert Pattinson would experience these visions and all these unsettling things, and it would really cause him to lose his mind. I even got a sense of David Lynch a little bit with some of these really bizarre dreams that we'd see throughout the movie. And seeing Alison Brie lose her grip on reality were some of the more captivating scenes. There are a lot of moments that blur the line of fantasy and reality, and seeing them take their toll on her were some of the more engaging moments. Like there's one scene, for example, where she thinks she's at home and she's doing something that she'd only do in the privacy of her own home, and when she walks from one room to the next, she opens the door and it suddenly cuts to the fact that she's actually in public, and she freaks out when she comes to her senses. So those scenes would be really interesting, especially since she'd balance those moments with emotional intensity and this raw vulnerability that she doesn't oversell and she makes seem really believable, so you're able to connect with her. This was an intriguing premise that contained a lot of these scenes with strange visions that gave the movie this sci-fi edge to it. And whenever it would lean into these elements, it was great. And the fact that it was carried by Alison Brie's strong performance made for some great character drama. Unfortunately, that's about all this movie has going for it. While it has an intriguing premise and some great scenes, they really don't come often enough. A lot of these psychologically heavy moments don't come in until about an hour into the movie. Before that, we're subjected to a whole lot of nothing outside of a great performance from Alison Brie. She experiences this vision, asks someone a question about it, gets told that's weird, and it repeats for an hour. This is a slow burn movie, and in most instances, I don't have a problem with slow burn. I am totally okay with a movie taking its time to get to this explosive payoff, as long as story-wise, everything else leading up to it is in some way either engaging, entertaining, or whatever it may be. But literally, nothing happens between the first vision that she gets and the time it takes for it to really start messing with her. I can honestly see people checking out of this movie maybe about 20 minutes to a half hour in. There are a lot of scenes of just Alison Brie just talking to people and getting their reaction. And there are a lot of talented people in this cast. You have Paul Reiser and Molly Shannon as these people in her life, like they're her co-workers or they're her loved ones. But all they do, their entire purpose, is just to react to Alison Brie. No arc of their own or anything else to make them interesting. Just the different ways in which they react to her strange behavior. So the idea behind it is that she's awkward and she has a hard time keeping conversations with others and she's closed off. And I get that. But if you're going to go down that route, you still need to change it up than just these repetitive visions and these repetitive conversations of people just going, yeah, you know what, you're crazy, and just doing that over and over and over and over again. And what's frustrating is Once we get to the hour mark where it starts to pick up and explore some of these cool ideas, it then introduces this social worker played by Jay Duplass, who all he does is just ask Alison Brie a ton of questions. And the acting's fine for the material that he's given, I guess. But I said this in another recent review. This is one of the most annoying character types to include in a movie. A therapist, a counselor, whatever it is, all they do is they sit there and just listen to characters complain and then just explain the movie to you rather than actually showing anything. And that's exactly what happens here. We get so many opportunities to explore even more of these visions, the effects that they have on these characters, and maybe even get into some truly weird territory. But instead, the movie just decides to subject us to these long expositional scenes that unpack everything for you, lay everything out for you, rather than just letting it play out and showing it, and I don't know, maybe letting you actually think for a second. And honestly, it is boring. Despite all that, there are certainly things about this movie that I can appreciate. It has some really great ideas that, when they are explored, are very engaging to watch. Plus, it does have an excellent lead performance by Alison Brie. I really do hope that she takes on meatier roles like this in the future because she really can carry a movie. It's just this is 100 minutes and it drags this runtime out with these long expositional scenes that we could have just seen and these repetitive conversations and these moments where nothing happens. If you're like me and you enjoy these movies where you get to see characters play against type, this will satisfy your curiosity. It really isn't a terrible movie, but other than that, I really can't recommend this one. Horse Girl gets a 5.5 out of 10. It's on Netflix, and if you really have nothing better to do, then sure, have it on in the background or something. But if you want to see Alison Brie take on heavier material that's overall great, I'd say just go binge BoJack Horseman. Like I said, the final season just came out a few weeks ago, and I loved it. I couldn't recommend it enough. I'd say just go see that. Let me know, though. Did you see Horse Girl, or are you planning to see Horse Girl, and what were your thoughts? Did you like Alison Brie's performance? Was it enough to make you like the movie, or was it not enough? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you like what you see, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.